Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird. I'm your host Arwin, and before I start this show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can really use it a lot. Right. So yeah, weather today is really unexpectedly nice. It's actually up kind of early today. The sun was just shining in. Also a surprise. And I mean, there are planes flying out there, but they're not leaving persistent trails, so it's clear blue, barely any clouds, just a bit here and there, a bit sheet cloudish. No wind, there's just none. Does seem to be a bit of high humidity. I went out for some minimum groceries, restock up on eggs and all that. And it was still kind of cold. So yeah, it's not exactly warm. Even with the sun, it's not really warm, but it is just nice and bright. Right, so yeah, that was a surprise. According to the weather forecast, it was supposed to be Monday, but it's here on Saturday. Right, so it is Saturday the 13th of December 2025. Temperature is 9 degrees Celsius, 81% humidity, 8 December 2020. Right above there. No, it's actually fully sunny. Okay. That makes no sense. Right. So yeah, yesterday's show was great. Felt really good. But then, yeah, man, in the evening, just things went wrong. I basically, yeah, I got locked out of my Discord account. And I had to start over again. Make a new Discord account. Went wrong. Access. And even like set up a new server that I'm using right now. But I mean, it's pretty much empty. So yeah, it would be nice if people contacted me so I can add them again, if that will matter. But yeah, it was very frustrating. And yeah, I do not feel well. I had again, like I did on Thursday, I just slept terrible, being very stressed out and all that, and I feel kind of exhausted. It's just, I get this weird moments where just fatigue just suddenly just overcomes me. It's very strange. It's like a very strange moments too. Like I got it like after I already got up. It's just weird. It's like I can't sleep, but I am sleepy. Very strange. Not a good sign. Right, so yeah, I'm not doing super great. On the other hand, I did actually check my Rumble dashboard again, and suddenly there was enough in there to cash out. So that was nice. I was actually I'm really happy about that. But yeah, it is gonna take like a minimum of a week before that even gets there. So yeah. I'm gonna be e-bagging this weekend because I just need a PayPal to like get through the next week somehow, food wise and other and such. So I really hope to get a PayPal somewhere today. Yeah, I'm also probably gonna rejoin Earth Awakenings again like yesterday, because I mean that worked out great. That made a really interesting show, I thought. Right. So yeah, I probably am gonna do that again, unless I'm like gonna fall asleep or something and just say like fuck it, I'm gonna go back to sleep because I'm just exhausted. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen today. Right, so yeah. Also, I've spoke to Gaining Wisdom again over Microsoft Teams. Like, actually, I've had a voice call. Great, good to hear from him again. He's actually doing good. But it's just, yeah, good to hear from him again. And at least he seems to be doing well. I really hope I'm gonna get to hear from some other guys. Yeah. As soon as they show up. Rumble's acting a bit weird. It's not showing the numbers. Right, anyway, hope everybody's having a great day, or yeah, having a great weekend. Just take a look around, see what's going on in the world. It's interesting. Well, yeah, not super interesting, but apparently, like, there's gonna be some tax refunds in the United States next year. So that's nice to hear for you guys out there in the US. Europe is, the EU is getting a lot of heat, still ongoing. The farmers here in the Netherlands are on the march. Because a lot of them are gonna go out of business if the bureaucracy, new rules are gonna persist. Because they're getting demands that, like, their banks aren't even like cooperating. So it's like, yeah, they're being asked to do things that they literally are incapable of doing, and then they get giant fines and go out of business. So it's nuts. It's just racketeering. And yeah, so they are out and they're protesting again this weekend, I think. Yeah. So they're now, like, in the southern province of this country, they're out en masse. Haven't seen much of it here, but yeah, out there a little bit to the south, they're probably very busy gathering and all that. Hey, hello JD Styles, first in the Rumble chat, good to see you. How's it hanging? Yeah, I'm okay. I feel a little bit weak, but it's also because I just haven't really eaten well enough, because I'm on a very tight food budget. Heard of copper? No. What? What is that? Alright. Man, there's still so much about frickin' the corona crisis, COVID-19, in the 2020 situation. Like, there's still so much of that shit just getting rehashed. It's like how effective things, like at the time, right, remember, was ivermectin and the other thing, that they were being blocked, like not allowed. Like doctors that would try to subscribe that would literally get fined or lose their license. And I mean, that was such a unbelievable scandal back then that it's 5 years later and still it's being rehashed because there's just been relatively very little consequences to that giant fiasco having happened 5 years ago. The Gingers have souls, guy? No, I've never heard of them. Gingers have souls. Yeah, sure. Sure they do. What about him? Anti-Trump. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not anti-Trump. I am neutral. I want to be pro-Trump, but it's just like, that's why I'm basically pointing these things out. I'm getting more skeptical. But no, I'm not anti-Trump, so that would probably be a good reason why I'm not really interested in that guy. I mean, what the hell is even the point of just going anti-Trump? He is doing some good. It's just my problem with it is that he's not securing these actions. Like the good things he's doing, it's almost like he's just using it to show off that he can do that. But I mean, if he doesn't like just go and arrest the deep state actors, then it could all be negated very quickly as soon as his office term is over, and that's like the giant disaster just looming in the distance, and I'm really worried about that. And I'm not alone. A lot of like MAGA people are very worried about that, and they should be, because it is quite threatening. Right, the backlash would be just insurmountable. It would be so bad. It's like it would crush, and I mean completely crush, the United States if Trump doesn't actually rout the deep state actors legally. He can. If he doesn't like just do it and quick, then the problems will be just insane. Like he could fix things, and then I don't know, I could really see like some new Democrat just cheating their way in again, just like Biden did. Massive voter fraud, which was like getting censored that it was even happening. Going after people, going after Mike Lindell, he was doing that, and yeah, he just got screwed over because of it. And so yeah, since that could just happen again the next time, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, this situation, and it's unnerving. It is like eating at my nerves. It really is. Because like, how can I like and be encouraged by these actions that he's doing? Like, oh, he's gonna fix the world, when it's like, yeah, but he's not doing the foundation. and then like as soon as his time is up, it could all just be swept away in one fell swoop. And it like, how can I then just be, yay, we're winning about it? Like, how can I have that position when he is like not fixing the foundations? And I'm just really worried, and I got really angry about it the other show where I was like ranting about it. But yeah, I'm not anti-Trump, but I'm not like super pro-Trump either, because I mean he's just this mixed bag, and it just seems, yeah, I don't even know at this point on how to describe what I feel or think it is, what he is. But I mean, it just seems like he is some kind of deep state controlled opposition. It really is. It just seems like that. If I were a deep state controlled opposition trying to champion the opposition, like I would do exactly what he's doing. Right? You just lots of lip service so people feel you're on their side, do good things, and like using your business acumen, but then not fix the foundations, not actually go over at the opponents when you legally can do that very quickly, which would eventually ruin everything. So you can just basically distract like you're like, oh yeah, we're winning, and then suddenly it's all lost. That's like a controlled opposition tactic, and it is so jarring that it's just, yeah, like what the hell do you do with this, right? And so unless Trump just gets that message, like, hey, people are starting to suspect you're a controlled opposition, and if that happens, if that falls through, like you're gonna get it, yeah. If you do not fix the foundation and your term is over, like you're gonna have to fucking flee the country and go undercover, because you're gonna get it, yeah. Not from these deranged anti-Trumpers, but from frickin', yeah, from MAGA, who you will have betrayed, right? And there was a little bit of that dissatisfaction after your first presidency, but now the second one's like, you can't have that excuse. It's like, I tried, you tried, yeah, no, you know, there's no excuse. So I hope that I'm wrong. He's not some controlled opposition, but just a stubborn old boomer or something. And he just like starts to get the message, like, hey, this idea you have of just like saving everybody, it will not fucking work. You can't do that. What the fuck? Low MB in the house. Dennis Bergkamp as Prime Minister? No, that guy is a total deep state guy. No, absolutely not. No, he's a complete system cuck. Like, he would not. I would not trust him. Very few people that are like in sports that are kind of famous, like I would not trust any of them really as politicians. They'll just play the same WF bullshit, and they might trick everybody and like, oh, we're really pro-Dutch, and then just flip around and do that shit and just become a sellout again. So no, I would not trust that guy. Like pretty much any type of person that gets green lighted by the Dutch media, you can't trust them, like at all. Bucks for stuff. Is dead? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Why are you asking? That's a strange line of questioning. No, I want the FED. I want the Forum for Democracy people. That's who I want to be prime minister. I want them to take the cabinet and actually reform, like get out of Europe, stop the WF agenda, stop the climate change shit, all of that. Fix, if they even can do it, though. I mean, they might be in over their heads once they get the steering wheel. That is also a risk. But I mean, at least those people are really trying, and they are getting the full blunt of like the mainstream media attacks. They're getting called Nazis and all that crap. So I mean, those people I do trust. It's like, if mainstream media doesn't call you a Nazi and doesn't like try to set you up criminally and all that, like, you can't be trusted. Pretty much. That's how it works, because the media, in the mainstream media in the Netherlands, is unbelievably corrupt. Like, worse than in other countries. Like, worse than in America. They are so fascist. It's like really scary how incredibly cucked and fascist they are. Right? And so if you're like some kind of politician upcoming and you're not immediately getting blackballed and called a Nazi and getting nonsense gossip about you to try to demote you, like, you cannot be trusted. It's that simple. It really, that's how it works. Yeah. Right, so any kind of figure that is getting popularity in the media, and I mean, they might have been popular, like if they would suddenly start basically acting populist, starting being like a Forum for Democracy in that direction, and they'd suddenly get all slandered, then it's like, oh, okay. Right? I mean, if the media really starts to talk nasty shit about them, that's a good sign that they might actually be somewhat trustworthy. But I'd rather have people that have been doing that for a long time. Because then they already went through so much, so that it can't just be a trick. Like, somebody's not gonna get the full barrage of media negativity for like a decade and then suddenly trick everybody and side with the enemy. Like, that, nobody's crazy enough to do that. That's why I actually do trust the Forum for Democracy guys, although I don't know if they can actually function, which is very typical for like opposition type parties, that they might get very good at being opposition and pointing out errors and illegal stuff and all that, scrutinizing details, but to actually like rule, to actually have the position and take control, that is very different. And sometimes the opposition just can't even do that effectively. They're just good at being opposition. That's happened in the past too. Right. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good time. Hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. 15 watching, that's nice. Anyone who aspires to rule. Yeah, I mean, sorry. Ruling might be the wrong wording. I'm a little exhausted right now. Because I haven't really eaten properly. I barely ate anything yesterday. I want to help. Anybody can help me out. Send me like a PayPal, and then that will relieve me greatly and give me the opportunity to get some proper food, so I don't become so exhausted and desperate. Because I am right now. I really am. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna be honest about it. So yeah, anybody that's been following my show that appreciates what I do, and I mean that, and also that believes that better times can come. They can, but not if if I get no support whatsoever. Then it's not gonna work. So please support your local Arwin through the PayPal. It's like $5 or something. $5 would already help. You don't have to send a ton of money. I mean, I know most of you don't have it. Just send $5 or something. I mean, that's incredibly helpful. Even just $5, right? Or 10, or whatever you can spare. The more the better, of course. But just little bits will already be very helpful. Right. Anyway. Coffee's waking me up a bit. I might even get my hunger back, because I mean, the way that I feel, I guess it's because there just isn't any food, and there's an outlook like I'm gonna be hungry, so I can't then I stop being hungry. It's a mechanism that actually kind of helps. It's yeah, I don't have money for food, so I'm not gonna have a lot of food. Then I stop being hungry, but I also get weakened by it. Get exhausted, I stress a lot. And I mean, that's happen every month, pretty much. Typically around these times, usually after the 10th in the month up to the 21st is a very tough period for me every month, because I'm always in this predicament. It's I really need support right now. It's yeah, I'm sorry, I know it's not ideal, and yes, I think I should get a job too. I really do. I agree. Unfortunately, my background and my overall condition, it's not easy. It's not just hey, I'm gonna solicit for this job. Oh, I got it. Oh, I'm back to work. It's not working. They're not taking me, and that's also because I don't really have a record of having a working career, and so they just don't want to take me. Because they think that I'm gonna be unreliable, even though I won't be. I will actually be reliable, but they don't have any evidence for that, because I don't have a record, and that's the problem. And now I'm just slowly trying to follow a trajectory with the help of the social workers and all that, to kind of get back into it slowly through voluntary work, which gives you a little bit of extra. And then hopefully through that, having that on my record will inspire a little bit more confidence when I then get a more full-time job. Because like just going for it directly is not working. I've tried. And it's very demoralizing when you notice that just nobody's taking you. Right? While doing this show has been comparatively like way more successful for me. But then there's the universal problem that everybody's like, there's a worldwide financial recession. It is worldwide. Like America, Europe, England, we're all getting screwed financially. And so that is really what the success of my channel has been dependent on. And that's, I mean, it really did get around. I mean, 5 years ago, even 6 years ago, I would have food. I would have like smokes, plenty. And I would even have like a little bit of room to like, I don't know, if something goes wrong or I just need some investment in anything, that I could do that. I mean, it's not there now. It's gone. All that room is gone. It's like, it's way worse now than it's like it was 6 years ago. It's kind of crazy that I've even managed to keep holding on for all this long. Right. Anyway. Sorry about that. I really need your guys' support. Please help your local Arwin. I will be checking my PayPal. I really hope somebody can help me out. Right, but I'm not gonna get angry though, because that doesn't help. And it like the guys that have supported me in all these years, whenever they could, I mean, they don't deserve it. I mean, bless you guys. I thank you so much. I thank you so much for all the help that you've given me. And I'm sorry if, like, when I get angry, you feel like that's directed at you. It isn't. It's just general frustrations. I mean, in a way, I tried to pick doing this as a career, and I thought that it could work, and then it's not working now, and I'm like, my god, what the fuck do I do? I still want to provide some interesting content. Right. And not just have my show be about, oh my god, I'm so poor, because I mean that sucks. Who wants to watch that, right? You guys want me to hear me out about subjects and insights. That's what I want to do. But I mean, if I'm just continually desperate, it's very hard to stay focused to get to that point. Because it's like I'm running on fumes. You can't put pedal to the metal if you're running on fumes, because you'll crash. It'll suddenly like block. It's dangerous. So it's like, could someone just pour a little bit of gas in the tank, please, please? Anyway, I know it's also just the month. Like, a lot of people are like, but I can't spend anything because there's like Christmas coming, and like I have to pay for the gifts and all that. And so it's like, yeah, I understand. I understand. Alright. Anyway. Let's see. What else is going on? Okay, there's no interesting articles popping up in my view. Ah. Make loads of cash? No, I doubt it. And I don't have stuff to sell. Right? Those guys have like vans, place to store their stuff. Like, I don't have that. And doing that sort of thing in the Netherlands is like complicated, because they're gonna ask you permission. You need permissions and but I mean, dude, if that comes up as some kind of a job opportunity, then yeah, sure. But I mean, there really is no like one type of job right now that is like really making a lot of money here. There aren't any. Just everything's just getting taxed to all hell. Like pretty much whatever you do. Like, everybody's feeling it. And for me, it's, yeah, I mean, don't expect to get a job and then suddenly become wealthy. For me, it's just now I gotta probably get that job just so that I don't frickin' starve every month. That's it. If that situation would be there, I would just keep focusing on doing this show and have more energy and just do that. Try to expand, try to get more people on, special guests, and just keep that going. That because I like doing it. I like doing the show, even with all the stupid trolls trying to ruin it for me, which isn't working because I'm still doing it like for a decade. Standing outside of the stadium. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, begging like that. But yeah, it sounds really lucky. Good on him. But I mean, yeah, I don't look like that. I doubt that people would give me money just the way that I look if I'm gonna beg. Right? I mean, when I'm gonna be begging for money, it's gonna be around flat earthers, because I mean, I have a reputation with flat earthers, and they might be like, yeah, okay, that guy deserves something for everything that I've done, and I still continue doing. I still continue providing insights, which, like, everybody noticed yesterday. Because in discussions with other flat earthers online, like, yeah, I do have very refined insights. Everyone is a flat earther, they just don't know it. That's hilarious, Osiris the Good. Yeah, it doesn't work though. It's like, if people don't recognize me, they're not really just gonna support me. Because I don't look like a beggar. And I mean, there are beggars out there, by the way, even in the city. I've seen more of them now recently. New guys that are just suddenly out there on the street every day. Like, whoa, that's weird. I haven't seen that in a long time. Because there was like a whole bum issue like in the late 90s here in Utrecht. And then they really fixed that. They like put a lot of money and effort into like clearing them out and like providing housing and drug addiction treatments and all that. And that really worked out. So like the amount of like hobos, bums were very small, just like 1 or 2 covering a big area. But now like they are gradually ramping up in numbers because there's a lot of people probably just going bust, losing their housing. Airport pretend to be an American strategy. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be scamming. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing that. No. If it comes to that, I'll just starve to death then. I'll just leave it to God. I'm not gonna scam. I'm not gonna prostitute shit. Nothing. No. Straightforward. Who I am for real. My predicament. And I need help. That's what I'll do. I'm not gonna scam people. I refuse to do that. I literally rather die. Or if I like literally go insane or something, I might rob somebody. I really can't imagine doing that, but if it gets bad enough where I literally like start to get bug eyes and go basically crazy from malnutrition, yeah, I might do something like that. But I'm not gonna pretend like I'm something else to scam people for money. I mean, that might kill me. Like, that might get down so bad on my system, which is already weakened, that it may actually freaking kill me. So no, that's not gonna happen. Right, so, but yeah, thanks for thinking alongside with suggestions. I'm still on a trajectory, like, I can technically still get a job. It's just, I'm not getting them when I try. That's the problem. If I would just get the job, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be doing that job for a while. But it just won't happen. Because I don't have a record of doing a lot of work, so that's the problem. They might just put you on a plane for free. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, that would be freaky. No. Yeah, but it ain't gonna happen, so you just drop it. Stop fantasizing about stuff that is like blatantly not gonna happen. I don't appreciate that. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the country. Ugh. Who's watching, by the way? 14. Like, when I started the show, I had 222 downvotes before I even started, with 0 watching. That was weird. It hasn't really gone up since then, the downvotes. But I do have watchers, 14, so hi. Hope you're enjoying the show. Sorry if I'm like a little down, but I mean, yeah, I'm down in my finances and that happens. I'm sorry. Secretary of Flat Earth. What? Okay, that's just, you're just being ridiculous now. What does that even mean? Like, what would that function be? It doesn't make any sense. Like, what the hell would that be? Just a guy you could talk to about it? I mean, yeah, so it doesn't, it's like, what? Right, I hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are, and I mean, I'm gonna probably join up with Earth Awakenings panel for a bit in 10 minutes or so, unless I'm just gonna feel really tired again, and then I'm just gonna not do that, because I just feel exhausted all the time now today. It's, yeah, it's what it is. I certainly know that getting a PayPal donation would really turn that around, because the exhaustion is really in an acute way from stress over my financial situation right now and the lack of food. And it's better that way because I don't have the money for food. If I let down on it, then I would immediately get hungry, and then I'd truly be out. Right? So the only reason I could halt that effect is if I did get some PayPal donation, and then I would like, oh, I can get a really more elaborate meal, and then it would open up and I would get the energy flowing and then have a really big meal because suddenly I could. That's how this works. But as long as that's not there, I am gonna be like this and feel more exhausted. It's what it is. Right, so yeah, you want to change that around? Donate to my PayPal. And this is real. Like, I'm not scamming, I'm not pretending like it's like this. This, what I just described, is absolutely literal. That is what it is. Like nobody's doing it. Right. Anyway, I appreciate Osiris the Good you being in the chat and participating with the conversation. I appreciate that. Right. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you got this beautiful weather too. Just look at it. Look at how beautiful that is. Beautiful clear blue sky. Like another cloud, another trail. This is perfect. Alright, let's see what's up in Earth Awakenings. Is there people in there? Not a lot of people. It might work. I don't know if it's gonna be as bubbly as it was yesterday. I think everybody might be in a bit more weird, exhausted type of mood today. It's alright though. Right, it doesn't necessarily have to be another 2.5 hour show. No, we'll see where it goes. Alright, maybe I should figure out a title. What I'm gonna call it a. putting please support your local Arwen in the title. I know everybody loves that. I'm being sarcastic. Just a reminder. I mean, just be glad I don't do that every freaking day. Right. I do actually feel a little bit less tired right now, so that's good. Roll the smoke. I feel very lucky that I even have tobacco. Then yeah, when I don't eat as well, I also don't smoke as much. So that's something. Yeah. And I do still have like these all-round type of vitamin supplements that have like a little bit of everything, and they are incredibly helpful when I'm in this state, because I can't really eat so much. But then to just get like the trace minerals and vitamin stuff in a little dose, comparatively it's not the same as food, but I mean it does help a lot. Like when I take it, I immediately feel like I got something that I just acutely need. I took one like this morning. I usually do take them in the evening, but I took one this morning and it was just immediately like, oh, this is exactly what you need. So, but yeah, don't get a lot of energy out of it though. No carbs in there. Really weird, by the way, yesterday that I don't know, does anybody remember that I figured out about Battlestar Galactica, that I had actually watched it before, but that it like completely blanked out of my memory. That's such an odd realization. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced that with anything that distinct. It's so strange. Like, how could I just not remember having seen that at all? And only because I had just like these deja vus, like, hey, this is just like the other Battlestar Galactica. Well, it isn't. It is nothing like the other Battlestar Galactica. It's just a couple of story points that are repeated. But, I mean, especially like the end, that was just completely different. That's from the original series. Like, totally different. So odd. Anyway. I might actually just be... I think I might just rewatch the new Battlestar Galactica again slowly, and now more in the studying way. Because, I mean, I do kind of want to watch it again. It was really interesting. Guys, please somebody support me, please. take the support your local Arwen out of the title if I get a PayPal of $5 or more. Right, I'm gonna take the smoke and then I'm gonna join Earth Awakening's panel. Hope you're liking the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are. Right, so yeah, let's see what Earth Awakenings is up to. Hello, guys. Yo, we're still live, if that's okay with you guys. Early bird show.
I'm done. I was
All right. I'm fine. I didn't really have a specific subject that was on the theme, except for e-bagging, which I know you guys love to talk about that. No, just kidding. So, yeah, I mean, like, politics. That's usually what I typically talk about, because, like, when you're on your own, there's not a lot to talk about Flat Earth, but I'd love to talk about that. you guys are up for it.
I think when they had Biden in America just now, they were just laughing at it. They're like, yo, we'll just show them, we'll just let them know right now that this guy doesn't do it. That guy was incoherent. He probably had early onset Alzheimer's or dementia. Like, that guy was just incompetent and incoherent. Like, those are just puppets on strings, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Biden definitely did ruin a lot of the US reputation. But I mean, yeah.
Was it him though? Because he couldn't even like say sentences or talk or walk though. So like, what did he really do? Like, that's what I'm saying. They were laughing at us with Biden just now.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious. But I mean, he was just a puppet representative. Nobody really took that serious, like, internationally. Right. But yeah, Biden's not there in the White House now. I mean, Trump does at least help the reputation a little, but I mean, he's also just messing up things, or just like trying things out, but then it doesn't pull through and all that. Right? Like, how long is he now trying to create this supposed peace between Ukraine and Russia? And it just keeps going and going and going. Although, I don't know, maybe that's actually gonna turn around now, who knows? But I mean, that's how it seems to be all the time. Like, oh, maybe it's gonna change this time. Well, yeah, how many times do you have to say that before you stop saying that and just like, yeah, whatever. We'll see when it changes, because it's not.
Dude, it's only changing they keep just getting a tighter and tighter grasp. It's like 1984, but before they had the total control thing. You know what I'm saying? They're like leading up to that. They got this on lock right now.
What do you mean?
Like these people, the Bilderberg Group, Bohemian Grove, Rothschild, Rockefeller, DuPont, whoever these people are, like, that are running shit, it's all about control for them, and they just want more and more control, and they're getting it. You know how you control everything in your house? The color of the walls, what it smells like, the volumes,
yeah,
the rules in your house. You know what I'm saying? They look at this world like this is their house, and they're trying to run this shit. But it's like, you got roommates, bud. You're not running the whole show here. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to like run it on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tactics they use. They keep us distracted with bread and circus. They keep us divided. You know, America's motto: "United we stand, divided we fall." That's real stuff right there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna compare it to like trying to own the room while you have roommates, well, those roommates are actually paying also the rent, and you're trying to basically take ownership and get them out. But if you actually succeed doing that, you won't be able to pay the rent. So it's like, it's a crazy self-defeating type of thing they're doing. But they just do it anyway. It's really stupid. Right, but yeah, I do like that now. It's just the EU is getting more attention for an unelected neo-feudal dictatorship that it is more blatantly becoming, and that Trump is calling that out. At least that's a good sign. Like, maybe this stupid supposed 20-year war economy that they got is not gonna work out, because I mean, there's not gonna come any good from that at all. It's only gonna make those elitists, those neo-feudalists richer, while everybody else just suffers for it. more death and more poverty. So it's got to be stopped. It's got to. Right. So let's hope that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey.
I don't really I don't see these guys doing anything better.
Woo!
Like I said, it's just getting worse and worse.
Yay, I just
People-
got a PayPal. Woohoo! Woo!
Nice.
From Blue Pilled Evolution.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, this is great.
Stuff.
That guy's awesome. And it's good to know that he's still watching. Or that, yeah. Oh. Thank you so much, Blue Pilled Evolution. You are awesome. It's definitely gonna help me through the weekend.
There you go. Get yourself something nice.
Yeah, like a decent meal, specifically. That's
Get some ramen noodles, bro.
This is. Yeah.
Top ramen and baked beans. Thug it
God.
out over there.
No thanks. No, that's not.
Just saying, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
No, there's some other things that I will get that are a little bit more nutritious than that.
Bro, go kill a rabbit. Where you live in the woods
What?
or like you in the city?
No.
You're in the city?
Yeah. There's no rabbits. I'm not gonna kill some
You can't
animal.
just go kill a rabbit.
No, that's crazy.
You don't eat meat?
Yeah, but not from the wild here.
Not from nature. You only eat the lab grown meat.
Lab grown meat? Oh, thanks. No,
Well,
no.
I mean, where do you think meat comes from?
From the
That's probably
supermarket.
the best meat out.
Yeah,
the
but
best
I
meat out
I
is
don't know
probably
how to
natural.
like. Don't know
Like
how to
skin it.
slaughter an animal. Or like, what? I'm gonna do that in the kitchen? I mean, that's a good way to get kicked out of the house.
I wouldn't. I mean, I would just gut it like outside probably, but yeah. I hear you if you don't know how to do any of that. What about fish? Are you near like an ocean or?
Well, there is water here, but I mean that fish is not gonna be healthy to eat.
Yeah, you're not near the ocean though, or?
No,
Was
I
it-
mean I'm near a little river, but yeah, I mean it's a river that goes right through the
Nah,
city.
You can't eat fish out of my river either.
Right.
Dude, I live near General Electric. You cannot eat fish out of my river, bro. This is the worst. It's the worst. Yo, I just saw a TikTok. I don't know if it was like Norway or Sweden or something. Maybe it was Iceland or Finland. I can't remember, but there was this place where the rivers are so clear. Workers actually pack they'll take the river home. Everyone just goes and jumps in the river. It's like hundreds and thousands of people just take the river home, and they just get out whenever their house is near. It's crazy. They'll put like their worst suits and all their office stuff inside a waterproof bag and just float home. It's nuts. It looked nuts. And they said that river was one of the most crystal clear. It like got an award for urban river preservation or something weird. I gotta start saving these TikToks. That was a neat one. I should have saved that.
Yeah.
What were we talking about though?
I don't know. We were talking about food and then I
Well,
got
you're
the
not near the
PayPal
ocean
in,
at
so
all? How far is the ocean from you?
too far. Like I
too
only got a
far.
bicycle. I'm not gonna like that's like gonna be like 1.5 to 2 hours on the bicycle. So no, especially during the winter.
2 hour
I'm not doing that.
You're in the winter now, yeah. In the summertime though, that's not bad, bro. You could take a day and go get some good food out the ocean, bro.
Yeah, it's the ocean is not super clean here. So
Where are you? Aren't you in like Amsterdam or Holland or something?
yeah, but I mean, this place is like surrounded by cities and rivers that, yeah, it's just not clean. Like,
No, I hear you, bro. I'm in New York State. I know.
yeah, I mean, it's probably a little bit cleaner than New York State, but I mean, my system would not cope well with that at all.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough right there.
Right. But yeah, I got a PayPal like $15. Really appreciate it. It's not a ton, but I mean,
That's
yeah,
a ton
I'm
of
very
top ramen
thankful.
and baked beans, bro.
Huh?
I could eat for a week on that.
Really?
I could eat for 1 week on that with top ramen and baked beans. You're good.
Yeah, not me. I can't imagine. But it's also, yeah, but I will like be able to get some ingredients together to actually make a bigger meal that I can then eat from for 4 days, and it would actually be really nutritious. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You eat pasta at all?
No, chili. I'll make chili, so it has beans and all that, and
You don't eat no pasta, bro. Pasta's dumb cheap, bro. You can get.
I know, but I mean, I could. I already have, but it's because I already have part of the ingredients, like the cans with the beans and the corn and all that.
You gotta just get the meat.
I don't use meat in that.
You make chili when? Are you a vegan or something? What do you?
No, but I don't like my chili with meat. It stays better if I don't make it with meat. Like when I make my own spaghetti sauce or I make chili, I don't use meat for that. If I'm gonna use meat,
saying, if you eat spaghetti, bro, that's the fucking cheapest shit, dude. I can eat like a whole meal for the whole family of like $3 with some spaghetti.
Well, that's really cheap spaghetti then. I mean, when the spaghetti sauce is really what costs the most.
And what you getting your pasta flown in from Italy, bro? I'm just going to the store buying a box of pasta and a jar of spaghetti sauce, like $4 for the whole shit. But then if you want to start throwing sausage in and all types of stuff, yeah, it starts
yeah, meat is incredibly expensive. It's also part of the reason. But it's just I don't do that because when I make sauce for more than 1 day. If you then put meat in it, it grows bad eventually. That's why I stopped putting meat in that, so it lasts longer.
What, you trying to keep it for the whole week or something? Like, but we're good with chili in the fridge for like 3 days. You'd be all right. 4 days. 4th day, I might be like,
in the freezer. Yeah, but I don't store my own.
Oh, in the freezer, you're good forever.
Yeah. No, but whatever. I just don't do it with meat. I stopped doing that years ago.
Just because you're a vegetarian?
No, it's just better. It stays better, and it's just as nutritious when I don't use meat. Like when I eat meat, I eat like a sausage separate with potatoes, that kind of thing. That's so I do still eat meat. I just in these types of meals, I don't put meat in there because it's just not necessary.
Yeah. And
saves me money when I don't do it.
I mean, that's the only part I even like out of chili is the meat part, honestly.
Okay.
I tell my wife, you'll eat a meat chunks big.
I mean, I guess it could be nice with meat, but it's like if I would make it like that, then that would be like for a group of people, so that it's like all gets eaten the very day, and then it's fine.
If you were gonna throw a party and have some chili,
something like that. But as long as I keep it just for myself and spread it out.
What you guys put on your French fries over there? You just do ketchup?
No,
People
no,
already-
I make a little
do
combination
mayo? sauce
sauce for that. It's like
Is it mayo like Canadians?
what? No, I basically what I make the sauce. It's like chipped onions, very finely chipped, cut, and
You
like
shave them with a razor blade like Goodfellas?
no, not that. Just little blocks. Just cut it, like small blocks of like 2 millimeter across, something like that. Half a millimeter by 2, and just a squirt of ketchup, a squirt of chili sauce and mayonnaise, and then I mix it all in, and that works great. And it's
Yeah, no
then
doubt.
it doesn't feel so hollow.
Bro, if you want food that lasts forever, just go buy McDonald's French fries.
Oh God!
I've literally dropped French fries in my car and found them years later, and it looked edible.
Jesus.
Just in a car for years. Summers, winters. It's crazy how long those French fries last. That's not even real food. They say the chemical, like this is all a huge thing, McDonald's potatoes they use for their French fries, it's special potato, and they say that you got to spray these things down with a chemical. They won't even go near them for like 2 weeks after they put this chemical on them. It's like wild hazardous.
Isn't it like an anti-foaming agent that does
It's
that?
some crazy shit. Yo, they put this crazy chemical on them. Like, yo, we won't even go near them for like 2 weeks after. It's like mad dangerous.
Yeah,
You
I'm
ever
not.
see the guys in the field spraying the chemicals? They're wearing a hazmat suit. It's like, dude, I'm gonna eat that later. If
Yeah,
you have
it's
to have a
nuts.
hazmat suit on when you're putting it on, but I'm gonna eat that later, like, I mean, something that can't be right.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Bro, that's why European wheat, yo, they made it a law where you had to do something to wheat. That's why people are like, oh, non-gluten and shit, or I can only eat bread from Europe or something. Because there's like a mandatory thing you have to do with it in America, and they don't do it in Europe. Laws are very different.
I
in
know.
Other countries, like we're like crazy with our laws. Like we're like advertising on television for pharmaceuticals here. Like you can't even do that. You ever see a television ad for a pharmaceutical?
No. Well, I
Yeah, they
know
don't
in
do that shit
America.
anywhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, America, the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry are basically one, and
my
the
God,
pharmaceutical
finger
industry is
two-
dominating. So they are like messing with that food a lot, and
2 peas in a pod, bro. You know what happens? Like the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, the guys in charge of all that,
Mhm.
and then you got like big pharma and shit, and they'll like a guy will work at big pharma, and then he'll go to the FDA. So he'll have like $8 million worth of Pfizer stock from being the VP of Pfizer for years, and he'll go to the FDA. Then
Yeah.
some Pfizer shit will come across his board. What do you think he's gonna do? He's got $7 million worth of Pfizer stock, and then sometimes it works the other way. Sometimes the guys from the FDA, they'll work in FDA for years, and they'll end up going over to Pfizer.
yeah, no, it's very
huge
corrupt. I know.
conflicts of interest. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's very corrupt. It's known, and I mean, RFK Jr. has done some good to try to stop that, at least.
Yo, I've been seeing these RFK quotes. I don't know if this guy's really saying this shit or if it's AI, but if this guy really talks like that, he is off the hook.
What in what sense? What did he say?
Just these quotes I hear, he talks like us. He's like one of his quotes, he was like, "No, I'm not saying he's the dumbest guy on earth, but he better hope that guy doesn't die." Or like he just says all these like wild comments. It's crazy.
I think he does do that.
He really talks like that. It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been very, awakened. He's been very good. They call him a conspiracy theorist and all that. Dude, did you hear like the Democratic Party is now like trying to indict him because of what he's done with the medical stuff, like trying to stop that. They're trying to indict him for it. It's nuts. But I mean, he is doing some good with that. He is turning things around, like getting the food dyes out of the food industry, which is like a great start. stopping the mandatory vaccine, the mandate of the or not the mandate, but the no longer recommending it, no longer giving like blank cover for the medical industrial complex for damages and all that. Like, he's done a lot of good.
Yo, food dyes is just stupid, dude. Like, let food just be the color of food.
Yeah.
Like, you really gonna ingest some crazy chemical that you don't know the health benefits of, like, just so your food's a different color? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's completely useless too, because you can just use natural food dyes that are not poisonous. Yeah, it might not look as shiny and bright, but it's going to be way less unhealthy.
I just don't know what your food color matters. Like, I don't know.
It's all about sales. It's just about basically kids looking at it and like, I want that because it's so beautiful. That's why they do that. It's a very cheap
in a
tactic.
capitalistic society, I see why we do that 100%. But like, realistically, you just would never dye food. Like you said, unless you're gonna do it with like blueberries, like, oh, you're gonna make a cake and you want it to be you know, give a little color for a birthday or something. Yeah, sprinkle some blueberry juice or strawberry,
right,
whatever.
exactly. You just do natural ingredients in there to color it. That works way better. And that's what they do here in the Netherlands.
Bro, do you remember pistachio?
Yeah.
Did you ever eat a pistachio in like the 80s?
No. I was never a real big fan of that.
They were all dyed red.
Okay.
For some reason. Or no, I know why they were dyed red. It was like this red powder just all over them. Just coated. They were just red. All pistachio nuts. Like, I didn't even know that pistachio nuts weren't red until like the late 90s.
That's
weird.
But I guess
they were like, they would all come from Iran or Iraq or something. We were getting a lot of pistachio nuts from there back in the 80s, and they'd be like blemished. So some way they grew them or something. They were all blemished. So to cover it up, they would put this red dye all over the pistachio nuts. It was crazy.
What?
I'm just totally against dyeing your food colors.
Yeah.
That doesn't even seem like a good idea.
No, I agree. It's completely pointless.
Look, what is red dye number 5? Is that good for you? That doesn't sound good.
No, it's terrible.
Yellow dye number 16? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I learned about food dyes a long time ago. And I mean, I eat organic exclusively. And I mean, yeah, I eat less because you can't afford as much, but I mean, it's better to eat a little bit less of that than eat a little bit more of stuff that is actually toxic, because then like my system just becomes completely out of whack and I could get sick. But yeah, I learned about food dyes like 20 years ago, and that's part of the reason why I started eating organic, because it turns out it's in everything. And I mean, the food dyes here are less unhealthy than in America, but I mean, it's still not healthy. They still use chemicals.
When you were looking into food dyes, that's when you went vegan way back then?
Vegan? I've never went vegan.
Or vegetarian?
No, never vegetarian. Organic.
Just best what they are.
Okay, that's fine. I'm in a good mood anyway now. So thanks to the PayPal, I mean, that really lifted in my spirits.
I'm telling you, man, you can eat for a week on that, bro. Top ramen and baked beans. You guys got ramen noodles there?
God.
You get a whole box of a case of ramen, 12 in a case. It's probably like $3.
And not over here.
My wife does this. Well, what is your money worth?
I don't know. Food is just universally incredibly expensive now here. All of it.
Oh, they're off the chain, dude. They bugged out here too, dude. Our grocery bill's through the roof. We switched to generic cereal. You know how mad that made me? I mean, it's you can't really tell because it's healthy cereal, so it's kind of like whatever. But we're eating generic cereal now. We make dude. We should be balling. Like, I don't understand.
You should be what?
I don't know how we're not balling. Like Puffy. No, not Puffy. That's a bad example. After all this,
What?
we should just be. We should be living like carefree with money. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of money me and my wife make, but we're not.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. And I mean, that's everywhere. The Netherlands too. It's really only the very well paid people and people that are like in government and people that got like money on the side shit and all that and investments in big corporations. Those are the people that are like still getting around, but even they are like not being able to go on vacation as many times, right? That sort of thing. They're like complaining like, oh, we can't go on vacation as long, while people are like starving and like, yeah, fuck you. Screw your vacation. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Right? There's people that haven't had vacation for a freaking half a decade.
Yeah, governments are doing weird stuff. There was one government though that I really liked. They I think it was Denmark or something. It might have been your area. I don't know. They offered everyone 6 chickens. Just
what?
Every citizen. They're like, yo, you want 6 chickens? You want? A lot of people took them. And their economy's been doing great. That's tons of food, bro. 6 chickens. You got eggs for days off of that. Days, everyday eggs.
Yeah, if you can accommodate for them. I mean, I wouldn't be able to accommodate for 6 chickens. That's.
You're in the city. You're in the city.
Yeah, exactly. And most people are. There's just not that much room.
You gotta just have an area. You gotta have a little area somewhere. I'm sure there's like.
It doesn't work, dude. Dude, first off, you don't need it because it's not like there is but there is no shortage of chickens or anything. The farmers here are literally getting annihilated. They are
you're just
getting taxed and regulated out of business on purpose, and they're like now on the march again, protesting en masse because the government is literally just trying to ruin their business. Like, oh, we have these demands. And then the farmer's like, okay, well, in order to make the adaptations, we got to take a loan. And then the bank won't give them the loan.
That's how they get you.
Like, that's fucked.
That's how they get you.
It's racketeering. So it's not... And then there's the energy costs. It's like, we don't all need chickens because there's no farmers. We just need the energy prices to go down by basically opening up the gas line to Russia again and just have normal energy prices and everything will go back to normal. If they open up the gas pipeline to Russia again, like, I'm going to like pretty quickly stop being broke.
Yo, you don't need a gas line from Russia for energy, bro. You said you got a river going through your city, right?
What?
There's a river?
Yeah.
You said there's... Yeah, just put a wheel in the river and you have like unlimited electricity.
No.
That's literally how it works.
Yeah, but it doesn't work here though. I mean, it's not a river that's really flowing a lot. There's like dams and shit. It's like it's not flowing. It wouldn't be strong enough.
Slow?
Yeah, it's slow and it's just it won't work, and you won't get permission to do that either. Because it's in a city, and in a city, like, you gotta get permission for goddamn everything. And you won't get it.
You're in a windy area?
No.
I thought you were in like Amsterdam or Holland or something. Netherlands?
Yeah, but it's in the city, so it's not windy. It's only windy in like open grass fields, like in the farming regions and all that.
It's probably windy on the top of the buildings. I'm just saying, you guys don't need a pipeline from Russia, dude. You need
no, we do.
Like solar panels and wind turbines up and shit.
Yeah, but we got those things national, and they're a disaster. Like, they are literally a disaster. They do not provide the energy that we need. It's expensive. It's an environmental hazard. That's what they've done. That's why we're so screwed. We're screwed because of that. We need the Russian gas. The Russian gas is cheap. There's a huge amount of it available, and it'll literally fix everything. That's what we need. It really is that.
You're gonna pin your whole future on Russia, bro? Just build a your country should build a solar factory plant and just start lacing your whole area with solar panels, and you'd be set.
It's a disaster. There's a lot of people that have done that, and they make losses. It doesn't work.
Solar panels work great. They work good, bro.
Yeah, in America, in sunny regions, not in the Netherlands.
How many sunny days do you get?
Not enough.
What's your city? I'm gonna Google it right now.
It doesn't matter which city it is. It's the Netherlands. It's in a
but
colder
Google
region. It's not
I know, but
California. It's not Texas.
I know, but I live in upstate New York, and I have solar, and it works great. That's what I'm saying. What you do? Can you tell me what city you're in, or no?
Yeah, it's the central city, Utrecht.
What was that? Letters like
Utrecht. Utrecht, you would say.
Utrecht.
CHT.
I don't know. I'm just saying solar usually works pretty good, bro. I'm guessing you get hundreds of sunny days there now a year.
If we're lucky.
It's probably in the hundreds.
I mean, solar panels here, people do use them, but it really just gives supplemental energy. It's not really that good, and it is like quite the investment to do that anyway, and I don't have that. Yeah, like all these solutions all require a ton of investment that I absolutely do not have. So it's really nice to figure out how to solve it, but I can't. I can't solve that. What can solve it is if the gas line opens back up, it will immediately start decreasing prices universally all around, which will make food cheaper, which will make our energy costs lower, and then like everything gets fixed very, very quickly. Yeah? So we absolutely do need that gas. Like the energy crisis and the prices immediately started happening after that gas line got blown up. Immediately. Like it went up like 20%, and then another 20%, and then another 20%. Like in a time span of a year after that happened. And it's been like that ever since. We need that
you guys
gas.
Get 17, bro. I would not pin my whole future on Russia. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, we will. We fucking will. We are gonna pin it on Russia. It's the only fucking solution that's viable, and we don't care if Americans don't like it.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't,
supply cheaper gas then.
you don't
Supply
have to
us
get
cheaper
excited.
gas then. You
You know what I'm
won't.
saying? I have this thing, like you guys get 1,700 average hours of sunshine a year, which isn't bad. We get 2,600 where I'm at. I mean, that is a nice little cut off the top, though. I don't know. I hear you with the gas line and shit, but
Yeah, we just
you
need it
guys
back.
can't like mine anything there or anything. There's got to be something.
Dude, we're a tiny country. We do have our own gas, but it's very little, and it gives all kinds of problems because like cities around those locations where they mine it, they keep like crumbling and shit. Does a lot of damage. They can't pump it out that quick, or literally like houses collapse.
What do you need the gas for? Heat?
Yeah, heat, cooking,
Ah, bro.
all that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Right, and the Russian gas was just incredibly cheap and abundant. Yeah, and that's what we need. Period.
Oh, they probably have so many resources there. Yeah, it's probably crazy.
Dude, Russia has like 1,000 years worth of gas to provide the entire world. That's how much they have. It's so abundant, it'll literally never run out within our lifetimes. There's no way. No matter how much they pump out.
Well, we have tons of gas too. I mean, there's there's tons of shit everywhere. So
Right.
just in America, I was looking at this thing when America, if we wanted to take over the world, we actually have 270 years worth of oil at current consumption,
Right.
like on or in America right now.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, oil is like super abundant everywhere. It's like oil's just everywhere.
Yeah, well, there was dinosaurs dying everywhere.
Right.
55 million years ago. It's a lot of,
yeah, I don't think so.
That's interesting though, because the oil refineries, or sorry, not the oil wells they dug, and they dried out, and they just left them. You know what I'm saying? But they went back, and there was oil in them again. They're like filling back up.
I know. Yeah, that ain't dinosaurs. That's literally abiotic oil that's caused by bacteria under pressure. They just consume the rock and turn it into oil.
What if that's like the blood of Earth?
That's what it's being called.
We're just over here burning it and shit. We're driving around in cars.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit like we're fleas, but the blood is abundant. It just gets made in the earth. It'll just keep.
Oh, maybe.
It is. Like that stuff is never gonna run out. It running out is not a problem. The problem is that the chemical processes. There's like waste that comes alongside it. That's a problem. That's a problem on the long run, because that's going to keep building up and up and up. That's kind of the problem. The long-term problem is the environmental waste that it causes. That's a problem. That problem, by the way, is not there with natural gas at all. There's no side crap from gas. But oil there is. Right? But I mean, at the same time, there's like chemical revolutions that enable to decrease the amount of side waste you get even. Like there's less toxic side waste from oil creation, from oil refining, than there was like 100 years ago. Way less now. Because they just have more steps of processes that they can do to decrease the amount of toxic side crap. So you could just keep going. Right. But I mean,
I'm telling you, man. What's up?
No, you were saying?
What you gonna do? I don't know. I mean, dude, solar panels provide so much electricity, and you probably could do like small wind. Small wind's actually a thing.
Yeah, I mean, wind maybe, but none of that is really stable. It's all going to be supplemental, and you still gotta have the device. You gotta invest in that.
We have ways actually with like sand batteries.
Huh.
Like you get a Fresnel lens and like melt some sand, a silo of sand, and now you turn it into electricity. There's ways you get electricity anywhere.
Okay. Weird.
What's up? I'm saying you don't need the gas line from Russia. If you didn't want it, you could
I do want it.
Say.
Stop suggesting like it's the worst thing ever. It isn't. It's great.
Saying, if you didn't want it, you wouldn't have to.
Yeah, but I do want it. A lot of people want it. There's no price to taking it.
You really just want electricity, right? I mean.
No, I want everything to be cheaper, including electricity and gas and food prices. Everything. I just want it to go back to a better price so that we all don't frickin' starve to death. That's it.
It's never going back, bro. They never go back.
It will go. Oh, it damn well will go back. We just got to get rid of the EU, and then it will go back.
I don't know, man. I was watching a Senate or a Congress thing or something, and they had the graphs up, and they were showing them that like the prices of products went up, and it followed how much profit the company made. Like they were just making more profit. There was no even rhyme or reason behind why the prices went up other than them making more profit. Yeah,
that happens too. I know. But that's typically in America where they do that.
In 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit, and gas prices was $1.15 a gallon where I live the day before Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana. All right. After Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana, it went up to over $3 a gallon, literally in a 2-day period. And it
Wow.
stayed that way, and it never came back down. It's 20, 25, 20 years later, and we're still at $3 something a gallon. I mean,
Wow.
it's been that way since Hurricane Katrina.
Sounds like they're scamming. And I mean that.
Once they go up, they do not come back down.
Well, that's very American. I mean, that does sound like an energy scam. In America, that does happen. They do that. In the Netherlands, like, they can't get away with that.
I agree completely. It's a scam. These big companies use these crises at the times to jack up prices just so they can keep it there. I couldn't agree more.
Right. Well, it's just like the Enron scandal. I mean, America's known to have that sort of thing happen, where energy companies, like, extort the public, basically. So, but that doesn't happen here in Europe. There's too many regulations for that. They can't just mess around like free market wise like that. Right, so all we just need is cheap gas, and then that will fix a lot of things, and then it will at least like stop the gigantic recession slash depression that's going on right now. It will stop that, and that will fix tons of things, right? And then when things get fixed is when you could start thinking about, okay, how could we do this alternatively? But you gotta fix the situation first, right?
One of the problems in America is the politicians are sitting on the board of directors in half of these big ass companies, these $1 trillion companies. So they won't pass laws to fix anything because they're making money right along with the people that owns the company.
Yes, I know. In America, that's like really terrible. I mean, the industry basically like can just buy politicians, and it's even legal. In Europe, they can't do that legally. They still get caught doing such things, but they have to do it in secret, and then they can get in trouble for it. But in America, that's illegal. It's just insane. It's just legalized corruption, basically, and it's been like that forever.
Yeah. And they're bringing our country down by doing it. This country cannot sustain itself as long as we allow this to continue. And the poor man can't do anything about it. We can try to vote other people in, but it seems like even if you vote somebody good in, as soon as they get there, corruption just warps their mind and they end up switching and being corrupt.
Yeah,
It's
well, but
insane.
the problem is because it's legal. It's like
Go ahead.
the problem is they do that because it's legal, and like they can't figure out why they wouldn't do that. It's like everybody's doing that, so, and it's legal. Like, I'm not gonna get in trouble for doing it. So you either have to be super rich and just not in need of money to not do it, or you're gonna end up doing it anyway because it's legal. Which is crazy, by the way. I mean, the United States is like, I think, the only country in the world where that just happens legally. That is some third world dictatorship. It's very odd.
Greed will ultimately bring America to its knees.
Maybe. But I mean, it's also like, what would happen if some politician would try to make it illegal? Like, I bet like the whole bunch of industry mafia would just come down on it like a ton of bricks. Because that's just what they've been doing for centuries now. It's very hard to then suddenly make it illegal. Even though everybody thinks it's insane that it's even legal. But I mean, all these businesses, these industries are just counting on this to be the way they do things. Right? Ah.
Yeah, and they don't understand that the poor people is who's keeping them rich. And if they continue to basically money rape us like they are with groceries and gas and taxes and everything, I mean, it's got to the point now where you can't even afford to live. And
The thing is,
I just want to say, if they keep doing that, this country cannot sustain itself.
well, that's how they keep control. They keep you broke. You know what I'm saying? How much easier is it to control a broke person than a guy with $1 billion? You know what I'm saying? The less money we have, the more control they have.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a homeless guy doesn't control anything. He's homeless. You know what I'm saying? He controls his body. Whereas if you're got normal middle class, you control a house, a car, you have assets. You know what I'm saying? You're in control of some stuff. They want us broke. They want us divided. Cole, united we stand. That's our motto over here, right?
Right.
They keep us divided, broke. You know what I'm saying? Confused. The better they are. What were you gonna say, though, Cole? I don't even know what the topic was. I was playing with my kid. What's up, Armin?
Huh?
I hate to say it, but I feel like it's going to take a major catastrophe to get our country back in order.
We just have to wake up and all get on the same page. We have to be united, we stand. That's what needs to happen. We need to go to our motto. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think a catastrophe is actually gonna fix it. I think a catastrophe would only be used to make it even worse and even more corrupt. I think that something would have to go and basically conquer the government and like destroy the military-industrial complex, like really destroy all their sites and shit. Like that's the only thing that's actually gonna stop it. Some natural disaster or shit, like it'll only make it all worse. They'll just move in and just be like, oh, everybody's more poor now. Oh, we can get even more control. That's all they do.
I'm talking about something that does destroy the big chunk, something that will bring the government completely to its knees, and it has to be rebuilt correctly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
But not just the government, though.
Basically the same thing.
Destruction isn't going to do it, guys.
Yeah.
Destruction is not going to do it.
No, but
it has to come.
The industries
from us.
No, but the problem is that those industries are so strong. The government could fall as long as those industries are still there. It won't matter. So it's like military industry has to like really be ruined, and then things can actually start changing around, because they're just gonna always determine on how things are gonna go. They're gonna bribe the right people and then get a foot in the new government, and then it's the same thing over again.
That's what I'm saying, though. Even like if it comes from us, if the laws aren't changed that stops these big companies from doing what they do, then nothing's ever going to get fixed. No matter how much the people try to stick together and everything, those laws have to be changed.
Yeah, but they won't be changed as long as those industries are rich, are thriving, and that's why I'm saying like those industries would have to like suddenly be destroyed. Like actually, like the factories, the sites, the storage, all of it would have to go through a giant catastrophe. Like get bombed out of existence, for example, by a foreign entity. So all of a sudden, like in a bombing raid, and that would actually, if those industries literally lose their power, lose their capacity, that's when things can change without immediately reverting back to the same corruption. That's how it works.
Well, see, I think that's one thing that sets Europe different than America. And I love the United States, don't get me wrong, but Europe, I think they experienced World War II differently than America experienced. They basically got wiped out and had to rebuild. And they carry that lesson with them. Even today, the grandkids of the people in the war still remember all that devastation.
Yes.
America, nothing happened to us over here in the homeland. We even become like incredibly rich after the war and everything. And I think that that
Dude,
makes
that had
people over here-
ramifications, bro. Dude, hold on a second. That had serious. We raised a generation of fatherless children. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
but
Like there was a
also-
whole generation of people that grew up without kids. A lot of Americans died over there.
Yeah, but that
No,
happened
but what
everywhere.
I'm saying is a big
That
part of
happened
this
everywhere, though.
country a big part of this country didn't experience that devastation, and now they live like, because it's like they don't understand just how bad things can get, and they live like there's no tomorrow, and they're just being greedy as fuck.
Yeah.
I just feel like that a lot of people didn't learn the lessons that Europe did, and Europe now is much more careful about their laws and things that they allow than the United States is. The United States just says, "Fuck it, we'll rape the working man for everything he's got because we don't care."
Well, yeah, when you're in capitalism, this is all you're gonna ever get from capitalism, because it always is gonna boil down to get money. Nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying? So if you want capitalism, you want this. This is the result of capitalism right here. Us being broke and poor. You cannot have capitalism and not have this happen. This is the direct like cause and effect. This is the effect of capitalism right here. Because nothing else matters. Money's the only thing that matters. Does it matter if red dye number 7 is healthy for you? No, doesn't matter. It makes us more money. Put it into food. Nothing matters but getting more money when you're in capitalism.
You're supposed to have restrictions and laws put in place to keep that capitalism from getting that greedy. But
Yeah, but you have conflicts of interest that are unstoppable conflicts of interest where the politicians are in it with the thing. Like it's crazy.
Yep.
You can't stop it. You can't stop this from happening if you have capitalism. It's impossible.
Yep. And that's you nailed it right there. Since the politicians are allowed to be in bed with the big rich billionaires, well, you can't stop.
Bush Cheney with Lockheed Martin Halliburton. That was the biggest conflict of interest ever. That was crazy. Even the mainstream knows Halliburton was fucked up.
Yeah. No, totally.
So, I could actually go for the military if they did it like ancient Rome used to do that shit. Like when they weren't at war, which was not often, but they would go around and build roads, fix roads. You know what I'm saying? They would do stuff. They would actually do stuff to like help. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we got all these dudes sitting around. There should be no crime anywhere. If you're not at war, go stand on a street corner somewhere and protect and serve. You know what I'm saying? Shut crime down. There should be no street crime happening anywhere. Send them to go clean garbage off the streets. Like have the military, like we have all these people, like have them go like do something. Go mow a lawn, like do something. Lawns are the biggest scam out of them all. You know, the whole Bayer, dandelion, heart medication shit.
No?
Yeah, like Bayer owns a company, like they're in a heart medicine, Bayer.
Right.
But they also own a company that sprays chemicals on lawns that kills dandelions, which is super heart healthy.
Oh, wow.
Dandelions. So
Yeah, that's nuts.
that's that. Bayer was also, I don't know. Bayer called up Mustache Man during that time and was like, "Yo, we need 150 people. We're testing this like new drug or whatever out." Mustache Man sent him to 150 people or however many people it was. They all died. Sent him a letter. Was like, "Yup, we need more people." And they just sent him more people.
Wow.
Bayer's wild corrupt.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Like there's specifics when they say who's they. I could point fingers. I could name names.
I
know
get
what I'm
it.
saying of who's in the they.
No, I get it.
I could point in general directions. You know what I'm saying of where they where they are. DuPont, I'd point at them. You know what I'm saying? I'd point at
No,
Bayer.
all those big chemical are all evil. They're all sick. Big pharma, big chemical, they're
DuPont
all
poisoned
freaks.
the
They're
world
all
twice.
eugenicists. They're all like incredibly dark.
DuPont literally poisoned the whole world like twice. They're spraying this chemical on, it's not even funny, dude. They were spraying the chemical on everything.
Yeah.
Once, I don't know, Veritasium just did a video on it, or Action Lab or something, about how DuPont poisoned the world. It's like mainstream. It's not even like a conspiracy.
No, I know. It's like we know that over here in Europe. That's why they're not allowed here. Like I joined like protests that before the whole woke revolution happened, and it's still like alongside those guys being environmentalists, and like we protested against Monsanto, against DuPont, against all that chemical crap and GMO crap. And I mean, that did really help to keep it out of our system here. I'm very proud that I was part of that. Very happy that that happened.
Yeah, no, that was a good move by you guys. I know you guys don't do a lot of this wild, because we're like the peak. We're at the pinnacle of capitalism here. You gotta understand, Arwen. So all that shit doesn't matter. Like, they don't care. No one cares about anyone's feelings or what other people want. It's just get money.
I know.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah, and dump toxic waste in rivers and shit and lakes.
For real, you talk about eating fish out of a river. I live in an area that is very close to General Electric.
Oh,
you
goody.
cannot, like, you... yeah, you want to... I'd probably point a finger at them. You know what I'm saying? And, you can't eat rivers. You can't eat fish. I mean, you can eat them, but I wouldn't. I do see people eating them. I think Chinese people eat them out the rivers. I don't know. I personally would not eat fish out of that river.
Yeah,
was
but the
dumping
Chinese
chemicals.
are
One
used to
time-
even worse. I mean, in China, the pollution there is like unbelievable levels.
No, this shit is through the roof, bro. One time my dad brought me to a spot when I was a little kid, and there was a pipe coming out of the ground. It was on land General Electric owned. There was a pipe coming out of the ground, and he put one of those like hard plastic thermoses to catch something. Like, there was a stream. There's a pipe coming out of the ground, the side of the ground, liquid's coming out of the pipe, and the liquid's going into the stream. My dad took one of those hard plastic thermoses, caught the liquid coming out of the pipe, and it just straight melted through the hard plastic.
What?
Of the,
Holy
of the
shit.
thermos.
So it's like chromic
Right into a
acid or
stream.
something.
General
Jesus.
Electric, bro.
That's
yeah, it was
fucked
crazy.
up.
I was a little kid, but I was like, oh my god, that was even crazy back then. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I know. I've seen like videos where people would like have their water supply get contaminated, and then they like, yeah, my tap water can be lit on fire.
That's lit. Yeah, that's how you know you got that good tap water.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, man? That is like
That's what I'm saying. Dude.
insane.
Like, nothing matters but money. There was money involved in that decision. Is there a chance your tap water's flammable? Well, I mean, how much money's in it? You know what I'm saying? You've seen Fight Club, right? You've seen Fight Club?
Yeah.
Where they have the scene where it's like, well, you know, if there's a problem with the car and it's causing people to die in fatalities, we see how much the lawsuits are going to be, and then we see how much it's going to cost to fix the problem to stop people from dying. And if you can pay off the lawsuits cheaper than the recall, they just pay the law. Like, they just pay the lawsuits. Just let people get hurt or die. That's capitalism right there. That's what you get when you're doing capitalism.
He's talking about people's tap water being lit on fire, or being able to light your tap water on fire. That's fracking, and they done that bullshit all over West Virginia, southern West Virginia.
A lot of money behind fracking.
And about 2 or 3 years after they started doing that, my grandmother, my dad's mom died of brain cancer. My dad's brother died of brain cancer.
Yep.
And my dad's sister died of brain cancer within 3-year period. And we think it was part of the water supply that they were drinking because they all drunk, like everybody has drilled wells up there. But the people tried to sue the local people doing the fracking and everything, and nothing could ever get done. They said, oh no, it wasn't their fault. But everybody up there is getting sick from that shit.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, fracking it's ridiculous, and it's like I don't get why they even would do that. Like, it's not necessary. Like, there's enough oil.
It's money. It's net. If you want to get money, it's necessary.
Yeah, but why don't you just go back to old oil wells that they've refilled anyway? So just
there's more money in fracking. Like, believe me, if there was more money in that, they would be doing that.
But I mean, it's a freaking scam, though. Again.
Yeah, this is capitalism, dude. It doesn't matter if your water sets on fire or if you die in 2 years. There's a lot of money in dead people, sick people.
Yeah.
Sick people's a huge economy. If you in America, I don't know how other countries work, but in America, if you fixed a few things that were horrible for society, like prisons, like say you were able to like fix prisons and get rid of a lot of the prisoners and, you know, make the prisoners mentally stable and stop committing crimes. If you were to fix that, sick people and waste, the amount of waste we produce, you would that'd be great for, doesn't that sound like it'd be great for people and humanity? That shit would crash the economy right there.
I don't see it though.
And you crash the economy.
But it would just crash the economy of the predatory corporations, though, because people all get healthier. Well, they're gonna be more capable at working a job, and they're gonna actually do more things, spend more, go out and do things. So it just, yeah, it's because there's corporations that are just counting on this abuse to get around.
Well, bro, there's just towns that their whole economy revolves around like a prison in America. You know what I'm saying? So if you like fix the prisons and need less prisons, there's gonna be a lot of towns that their economy just gets crushed. And on a wholesale level, that it would hurt if you got rid of a few other things that were just terrible for society. But in a capitalistic society, it's good. You want more money? We want more prisoners. Big prison unions they've been lobbying for some shady shit. Prison guard unions and privatized prison owners have been lobbying for some very shady stuff. They want more prisoners. If the prisoners are their customers, you know what I'm saying? You got a business, I own a prison. I want more customers. They get reimbursed from the state. It's privatized prisons. So now you have a vested interest in making things that may be good for you illegal. They were top 5 spenders when it came to lobbying to keep marijuana illegal. That has huge health benefits,
yeah.
Great for humanity, but there's no money in it because there's a lot of other people that shouldn't have been were lobbying to keep it illegal because of it would have hurt their money or whatever.
No, totally. I get it. But I mean, it's crazy though. It's crazy that it doesn't get some kind of change to it. It's like that it's left to being that way. That's the crazy part. It's like, okay, so this entire community is going to get effectively predatory towards the population because that's part of their business model. Well, there should be a top-down reorganizing then of how that works so that doesn't happen. So that they're not just gonna like try to create crime and shit where there is none just to feed their system. Like, yeah. But I guess in a capitalist society they're just not doing that. Over here they do that.
We're at the peak of capitalism over here, aren't we? Playing obsolescence to the maximum. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
That's
a big
how they
fan
get
of
us.
unregulated capitalism. Just sounds like anarchy, and it feeds into demonic behavior because demonic behavior becomes profitable. It's just terrible.
It's not completely unregulated, right? We got regulations here.
It's
But it's
barely regulated.
there's-
I mean,
You can't stop the shit though. Like planned obsolescence, there's no regulation you can put in to stop planned obsolescence. Like, what are you gonna do to stop that?
changing the industrial model, changing the business, forcing that through
but
government.
you're gonna force them to make a product a certain way. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
I mean, it's very un-American, I guess. But they do that over here, and when the people that are in control actually have people's interest at heart, it works really well. Now, when they become predatory and like, screw the people, we're gonna send them out to war to get killed, yeah, then those regulations could also get fucked up. But that's why the government has to be kept in line.
I mean, everything here just breaks. I look at everything I buy at this point as almost everything. There's a very few things that I buy that I don't look at as these things are disposable. These are going to last a certain amount of time, and it's going to break, or I'm going to have to throw it out, or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything. Literally everything. And that's what keeps your country's economy banging. The waste. 'Cause I know I'm going to have to throw that out someday, so we're producing... The more waste we make, the better our economy is.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just irresponsible economy. Like in the Netherlands,
That's
like
just
that
how-
doesn't work that way. We don't do that. Like we were aware of that system. And it's like, it seems better for the economy when you just like produce crap and it all gets thrown away. But then it's like the environmentalists basically got in and it's like, yeah, we're not going to do that. Like, this is not feasible. This is not a good thing. Like, we don't need some virtual number to stand out when the physical reality is everything is getting worse. So we just didn't do it like that. While America did. In that sense, I think that European countries are better. Or used to be better, because I mean now it's getting all fucked up. So the EU just like basically turning it into a Soviet hellhole. But I mean, like in the 90s,
You're trying to pipe
it was
in their
great.
gas, so you don't worry about a Soviet hellhole. You're trying to pipe their gas right in there.
It's Russia's not Soviet Union.
Yeah, there is no Soviet. Then that's gone, and now it's just Russia, right? Or
That's right. They are definitely not Soviet. No, Europe is Soviet.
it's the same
The
people.
European Union is Soviet. They're unelected, they're delusional, they're predatory, they're neo-feudalists, and they like have all this insanity that they roll out, like woke stuff, LGBT stuff, pedo stuff in schools and all that. And environmental climate change nonsense, and they're like really
that's
forcing
good
it.
for-
That's
that's
what
good for
Soviet
control
Union
right
does. That's what they do. Russia did that in its own way back then, when it was Soviet, because that's what Soviets do. They bring in delusions and then force it upon everybody, and basically burden everything. That's what they do. It's always about the bureaucracy of nonsense, and it's forced on everybody, and it ruins everything, so that everybody becomes poor, more dependent, more feudal. It's just another way of applying feudalism through bureaucracy. That's what communism is, what Soviet system does. And they're trying to do it here right now, but I mean, at least people are not accepting it. Like, yeah, we might be going through a Soviet revolution here in Europe, but it's not gonna last so long as it did in Russia. Thank God, because I mean, it lasted for almost like a century there. Over here, it's not gonna last very long. Like 20, 30 years at most. I hope less. 30 years. and then it's going to be over because they're already getting called out. It's all being very exposed, right? The Soviet Russia kind of kept going because everything was getting lit. Everything was getting put a lid on it. Like, information was scarce. You couldn't get it. People were ignorant because you didn't get the information. Now with the internet, it's just not happening. The only way it's perpetuating is through self-imposed ignorance with an incentive of some extra profit. It's basically a bribed form of Sovietism that's running here, which is very different from Soviet Russia, where it was all based on information restriction. But information restriction just does not work here now in this age with the internet. They're trying it, but it just really, really backfires. Everything they try backfires, so it's not gonna last. And the bribing thing doesn't really work on the long run either. It's just because the economy is also just collapsing. So hopefully it's within my lifetime it will go away again. I can just try to restart anew. And maybe, like, in a way become more like what Russia is right now. Because they're crushing it. Ever since they got rid of the Soviet Union, it's doing great. Like, financially, at least. Yeah, now on the long run, I'm actually more worried about the US. Because now with Trump, it seems like things are getting fixed. But again, my problem is with Trump is if he doesn't actually rout the deep staters, let's just call them that, like arrest them legally, he is in a position to that. If he doesn't just do that and just says like, oh, they're criminals, and then doesn't do anything, well, then at the end of his term, they will all strike back and erase everything that he's done. That's the biggest danger, and I'm seeing it coming, and I'm like I'm kind of scared. I'm scared that that's gonna happen. It could still that he's just like, okay, he's suddenly gonna turn around, suddenly they all get arrested. But there's a good chance that that won't happen, and then like the world's gonna get fucked. Because if these deep staters get back in power, they're gonna screw everything. They're probably just gonna straight out launch wars against Russia and everywhere, and it's just gonna be a gigantic disaster. And that's my biggest worry. My biggest worry, like the Netherlands, Europe, yeah, we're in trouble. We got a Soviet predatory system that's trying to claim us, but it's not really working that well. America, however, it's much worse there. More treacherous, because it's supposedly working itself out of it, but at the same time, when you look up closer, it seems like it's almost like a controlled opposition act, like you're crawling out of it, when it could flip back, straight back to the bottom, instantly, at this moment, from the way things are going. It could, maybe not, if the right action is taken and these people are legally arrested, but that he's not doing it. And it's like all this hassle with the people in his cabinet that are not doing a good job, and they're just staying in there, and it's like it's a soap opera mess, which is a really bad sign. So yeah, that's how I see things anyway. I don't know if you agree. Not saying America is bad, but I mean, yeah, the way things are going, it just doesn't look very good. It's acting like it's good things are happening, but you can still see that, dude, this could be all flipped around 180 degrees just suddenly, and that would be disastrous, right? Anyway.
The thing about America is we'll make shit happen. You know what I mean? We always have through it. Look where we are. We're a 200-year-old country, and look where we're at right now. So we're the new ancient Rome, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I mean, the Netherlands is also not that old. It's maybe 100 years older, right? It's not that much older.
You guys haven't just been there throughout all of history?
No, the Netherlands formed like in the early Renaissance, like
people
right
were just
after
there
medieval
though, right?
times. It was just a province of old Germany before that. What is it? What was it called back then? When it was an empire still. Germany was this empire in medieval times with an emperor.
Yeah, but you're trying to get gas pumped in from Russia, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Stop.
saying? You guys didn't.
Stop being so hung up on that, dude. Seriously.
I'm just saying, like, you guys didn't, I don't know. You didn't make it happen. Not that we don't get tons of oil and shit from the Middle East, so I hear you.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, gas is
I
better.
hear
Gas is at least clean. And you're not... Yeah, I mean, it goes through non-hostile territory. I mean, it was a great deal. And, like, the Netherlands invested
got
a lot
hospitals.
into the infrastructure. We invested
got
all of
hostile-
that. Hmm?
You guys got hostile territory over there?
No, we don't. That's why it's so good. Because it's
No, I'm
just, the
saying
pipes
where
are just
would it be
going through
hostile
Scandinavia, and I mean, the Middle East, getting oil from there is way more hazardous. Because those regions are constant at freaking war. That's not here in Scandinavia.
Yeah, it's a hostile area, I hear you.
Exactly. So it's way more hazardous there. Like, this was like the best deal ever.
If anyone were to ever try to take over the world, you have to immediately take over the Middle East. Like, you're not taking over the world unless you take over the Middle East.
I'm okay. I don't know.
At this point, because that region is so huge with the Suez Canal, like most of the goods go through there, all the world gets their oil through there. There's just a lot of shit. It's been a hotbed of war throughout all of history. I know that place has always had it jumping right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's gotten worse though. It's been made like that too. Because earliest 20th century, it wasn't like that. It's like the West, the colonial powers have basically like ruined it on purpose. They've allowed extremists to literally kill off the moderates. If you look at earliest 20th century Middle East, it was like the West. It looked like the West. It was thriving.
Yeah, I watched a video just early this morning before I came to work. And it was a video made by a dude in Africa. He talked African and everything. He was from Africa, but he was talking English, but you could tell by his accent, right? He made this video, and he was talking about how when a lot of the cities in Africa were still under the control of European countries, and he showed old videos from like the 50s and 40s, or the 50s and 60s and stuff. They had nice streets, clean towns, all the people were working jobs and everything. And now, when he showed modern day, now that the Europeans have pulled out and left, he was saying that it looks like a trash dump over there. Like, it's horrible over there now.
Trash
He was
dump,
showing all that.
women in beekeeper suits, slave trade. There was no frickin' slave trade earliest
I'm
century.
not talking about the slave trade. I'm talking about the 60s and the 50s. I'm not talking about the 1860s.
Well, I mean, slave trade is right there now in Libya. That wasn't there before. When Gaddafi fell, that came back. Before that, it wasn't there. Right? Just one example. So the West just keeps intervening, and every time they do, things get even worse. It's like they wanted it to get worse. Like they're just
But
using it.
it got worse when the Western countries pulled out of Africa.
No, when they let go of the colonies. But like they didn't really pull out. Then they pull out, and then they started poking around and attacking, and like providing regime change to like really bad influences. They ruined it on purpose after letting it go as a colony.
I'll post a video and you can watch it yourself.
All right. Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna round out my show. It's been going for 2.5 hours, and it's been great though. I really appreciate the conversation with you, Cole, and Jeremy. Huh?
4 more hours.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm actually getting hungry, which is a really good sign. And
ramen noodles. You gonna grab some ramen noodles and baked beans?
Yeah, no. But I mean, I do.
I've enjoyed the talk with you, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. It's been great. I'm definitely gonna have to do this again.
Good talk.
So maybe I'm gonna try again tomorrow. Maybe this could become a daily thing. I would appreciate it if you guys are up for it. But I will always pop in and ask before I'm not just gonna bump in like, hey, we're live without asking ahead of time. So
that's fine.
All right.
That's fine, yeah.
Right. So yeah, thanks for the conversation, guys. It's been very interesting and like good geopolitics and economy talk. I appreciate it. Gaining wisdom in the Rumble chat there. Great to see them. Right. Yeah. Glad you guys watching the Rumble stream enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed this. And but I am gonna disconnect and then gradually get to rounding out my show. So yeah, thanks guys for being part of the early bird show number 2486. Really appreciate it, and yeah, let's do this again soon. So
no doubt.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. Jesus, what the fuck is that? I'm a troll asshole. Okay. Yeah. Hey, good to see you getting wisdom and Bluepool Devolution. Great to have you in the chat. I mean, like, that makes me happy because I don't really see you guys a lot. So I guess that, yeah, adding the Earth Awakenings panel is really doing something good for my show. And, well, since they've offered to keep doing that, I am gonna definitely do that more. So also, by the way, I still want to like invite you to the new Arwin's server, because yeah, I lost my old Discord account. Access to my old Discord account, and I can't access the old server that way either. So I would really like to add you to the new one. I'm gonna have to do that through the Microsoft Teams contact that we have. It doesn't have to be now or anything, but it just I do want to add you to that. Right. So yeah, been going for 2.5 hours. It's like getting dark out there. Look, I mean, it's. You see? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't even look that dark. Yeah, it's a little bit, looks a little bit darker, but the camera like overcompensates, so it's actually darker than the webcam makes it look. Right, but I am gonna round out the show now. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogans it up, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support will be greatly appreciated, and yeah, I can still really use it. But yeah, definitely thank you, Bluepool Devolution, for the PayPal. Incredibly helpful. If anybody else could spare some, the more the better. It will be really helpful. Certainly alleviate my worries and stress a lot, and yeah, thereby also enabling me to eat some. Right. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2487 on a Sunday. Hope to see you all then. Everybody have a great rest of this Saturday and have a good weekend. And until the next video, keep it flat. Oh. See ya.